we OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin ordinal ecosystems. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. Like always, we are live for another ordinal hour, and it is going to be amazing because today is going to be the day we hit all-time highs, guys. I can feel it. I know John's in there saying up, sell signal. I'm sure, but I just feel so bullish right now. On the entire ecosystem. I've been just staying up late at night and just doing a lot of research on a lot of different things, and the entire sentiment of the entire space is bullish. Everyone thinks we're in Bitcoin summer. Everyone thinks we're about to explode, and it is going to be glorious, guys. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Obviously, you know, everyone knows about the Keith Gill thing at 12 p.m. So we're just gonna play it here. You know, we're gonna pop up the Keith Gill video for you guys to watch it. We're gonna watch it together. So we do have Raul coming on a little early today to kind of go over Fluid Friday and get into that. So that should be fun. And then we have, you know, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff. We're gonna get into the Merlin Phantom is live. If you don't know what Merlin Phantom is, we're really going to break it down and explain it to you guys. We got some economic data to talk about. We got, you know, just, I mean, the mempool fees are high, in the words of the great poet Sam Sage, right? So absolutely insane, man. And it is 500 V-bytes, I think, on the last block. Absolutely insane. But without further ado, I'm bringing my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
TGIF. Happy Friday to everybody joining us. I'm ready to get this day started. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So how was your week, man? How you feeling? Are you feeling as bullish as me, or are you just not bullish enough?
No, I mean, I'm definitely feeling bullish in, you know, the entire space. I think when you say it like that, it kind of sounds toppy too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I think what your research was geared towards was different ecosystems within crypto, right?
Yeah.
Not just Bitcoin and builders and people that are like higher up in those spaces. And you're saying that they're saying Bitcoin is going to have a really amazing summer. So I think that's different than just like the everyday, like retail investor saying, oh, everything's going nuts, you know, blah, blah, blah. That to me is a different situation. So yeah, I mean, I feel that same way, right? We are in a very different year with the ETFs, and it has pushed us up, and it made us kind of range even longer from February to where we are now. Kind of this, you know, top being like the lower 70s and stuff like that. So I think everybody's ready for another leg up.
Yeah, and like the reason why I've been kind of like looking outside the bubble, because like I feel like we're kind of in like an echo chamber here in Ordinals, right? We just kind of just bounce off each other a little bit. So I was like, I wonder what the rest of crypto is thinking right now. So I really started looking at people I used to watch when we were doing DeFi discussions and stuff like that. The people who are doing research for, and it's been a while since I looked at their channels, and I'm watching them, and like every single person from like crypto mobster to like crypto, them all, dude. Like even the Polkadot guys, like everybody is bullish right now, and everyone thinks that we're in crypto summer or Bitcoin. I think it's Bitcoin summer, but it's just one of those things where it's only a matter of time before that shows in the charts. And I think once we pass that 72,000 mark, we're going to get a short squeeze to 75,000. And I think this GameStop stuff is going to be
Can help.
enough to kind of really help that get to that past that 72 to where we shoot to 75, because what that shows is to the people with money, hey, risk is on now. It's time to get risky. So once GameStop, I think, gets to like 50, 60, $70 today, Bitcoin's going to fly up to 75,000. I think that happens before 4 o'clock, the closing bell. So I'm excited. But like, even if it doesn't matter to me. I just want some type of excitement. It doesn't affect my bags. I'm not really selling anything or anything like that. I do have some Bitcoin that I'm looking to buy stuff with. So if it does drop, I'm not sad either. I can just pick up some dog and some runes for at cheap prices. But I just feel the opposite happening.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird feeling though, because it's like a feeling of consolidation, accumulation type of thing, but it's also like Bitcoin has been teasing the 71,000, 200 to 71,700 again this morning, right? 800, and it's been teasing it the past like 4 days, right?
Yeah.
And usually when that happens, it indicates, typically for the most part in the bull market, especially the beginning, another leg up if it's teasing close and getting close to that all-time high. Again, you said 72,000 will ignite that rocket ship to liquidate a lot of shorts. It will create a short squeeze. I'm looking on the perps DEX that I use, and it's definitely looking that like there's more people on the short side. So they're expecting that, and usually that could be the opposite of what happens, right? So I don't know. I think it would be amazing to see it, fly through 72,000 and kind of create that short squeeze. And you're right. Even though GME is in TradFi and stuff, that could cause it, just because it's the degen. Right? The degens are back. That kind of energy.
Yeah, and what that's going to do, let's say if GameStop gets to $75 today, Keith Gill comes on and he goes, I'm bullish on GameStop, or I like the stock and I'm holding, and if I'm going to cash this out on the 18th of June when it expires, I'm going to buy more shares, or I'm going to hold the shares that this call option gives me to buy them at a certain price or whatever. And I just think that that's going to just ignite the risk on, and you're going to see a lot of people like, like kind of like how it was in 2001, where it was like, we just want to destroy the system. We're not worried about making money. We just want to destroy the hedge funds and stuff like that. So if that happens, that's going to ignite Bitcoin, because that's what Bitcoin stands for. Bitcoin is the opposite of what they are. And it really gives you that sense of urgency where it's like, hey, I'm not going to invest in GameStop, but I'm just going to put more money in Bitcoin, right? Because so I can get a piece of that risk on without being so degened where I'm potentially can lose my money in GameStop. So I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited for the summer. I'm excited for this year, and I'm really excited for next year. I just think on my prediction of 750K or 700K is going to happen. I think we're going to hit 700K, and then everyone's going to be saying a million, and I'm going to be like, nah, guys, it's over, and I'm going to be getting out 700K.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Let's kind of get in right into it. So we had economic data today.
Before we do real quick, guys, if you're watching on the YouTube side, please smash that like, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Welcome to the Ordinal Revolution podcast live stream, the Ordinal Hour. And then on the Twitter side, please hit that like and share the space for us. And then we're gonna get into some economic data now.
Yeah, man. So today the U.S. job we gained 272,000 jobs in May, way more than expected. Payroll was higher. The economy is looking really, really strong. Like, we're probably not going to cut rates now. I know Canada dropped rates 0.25. The EU just cut rates by 0.25. We are in the strongest economic, we've been in a long time. I know there's a lot of undocumented people who are trying to get documented so they can get jobs, and this might be something that happens later down the line where stuff. But as of right now, we are doing really well, but that is also a sign for risk on as well. So I mean, yeah, we're probably not gonna cut rates, but then the economy is best it's been since 2001, 2000. So
Yeah. Here's the situation, right? I think a lot of people in traditional finance were hoping that job numbers would come in to reflect that, it wasn't great just because rate cuts, right? We saw it. I think
yeah,
the traditional finance sector took a hit today, right? After that
yeah,
report came out. And Bitcoin actually did too. It dumped
yeah,
very, very hard this morning, but that before that, it pumped really hard. So it was kind of just the events
yeah,
type of manipulation or algorithm that
yeah.
did that,
It's
right?
algos. Yeah,
Yeah. And so with that being said, Bitcoin bounced back really strong, in my opinion, because it went all the way down to like 70,800, and now it's
yeah,
ranging, at 71,200 to 71,500. So it looks like it wants to come back up. But regardless, this is like a positive for the current administration to say, okay, we brought more jobs in, the economy looks better. So for them, I think they're trying to like hit those tallies, right? Or to tally up
yeah,
their points, right? And so will it, when will the Fed drop rates? We don't know. We don't know if this is the only stat that they're going to look at, because just like raising rates, the other
yeah,
countries did it first, right? And so now the other countries are starting it. So we might be like 3 months behind them. So we'll see what
yeah.
happens here. But regardless, I agree. I think it's a bullish summer that we're in, and there'll probably be some cool down before the fall, and then late fall, early winter, really, really bullish. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We can't predict the future, but it's just the sentiment that we're feeling.
100%. Before we get into Bitcoin price action, CoinDesk says if BTC moves above 72,000, it will confirm a breakout from an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So this is another thing that's coming out. I know I just showed Willie Woo a few days ago saying if we pass 72,000, we get a short squeeze 75. Now CoinDesk is coming out and giving us some TA and saying this will be a part of that reverted head and shoulders that played out over the last, I don't know, I want to say 2 months. So it's another common thing coming out, very bullish on a chart pattern, which is pretty crazy. So it's like all the signs are just pointing. Once we pass 72, we're going to 75. I do think we're going to hit 75 and then bounce back down to 72 before we start our next leg out of this this pattern. So and then to get to that 78,000 number by the end of I want to say by August, by the end of summer, which I'm very excited for, because that's going to be very risk on for all the assets that we care about, our runes, our BRC20s, our bitmaps, and stuff like that. So
Yep, exactly. We got 140 people in here, guys. We appreciate you joining us. But yeah, Bitcoin is we're all bullish on it and where it's heading. You want to jump into? Do you want me to jump into some charts right now, real quick?
yes, sir, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this is Bitcoin on the hourly chart here. You can see, we did have a pretty crazy leg down here. Over here, it got down, like I said, below 71,000, and then it bounced back up here. It wicked back up to 71,900. I apologize, 71,900 before the wick down to right below 71,000. Now we're kind of just ranging back and forth. I don't know what Bitcoin's waiting on right now. Obviously, it doesn't. The algorithm is there to not make it easy for traders, right? But at the end of the day, it's going to do what it needs to do based off of events and just the bullish sentiment of the time period, right? So a lot of us are thinking it's going to tick up here. We will see. It has been, having a lot of resistance to go below like 70,000, like 600. But it's really, really hanging above 71,000, the past, like I said, 4 or 5 days. To me, that's just like showing strength, that's kind of like that floor. It wants to hang around here. And if we blast through that 72,000, I think even whenever it does pull back, because I agree with you, I think it does. Even if we get to 75, 76,000, it will pull back, but we've tagged an all-time high. And then that's bullish sentiment for the rest of the ecosystem. Right. So, but I think we will hang around probably like 71, 72, 73 range for like the rest of like the next 2 weeks or something, if we get to where we want to get to.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
real quick. So here's the daily chart here. You can see on the daily, one positive is that we're just reaching into overbought territory, right? We're at like the number there is 84, anything above 80. And obviously the daily chart is a slower chart. So typically we will hang out up here. So that's a bullish sign as well for the daily. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. And I think we're working on the fifth right now to finish this one. So to me, I mean, things look great. You know, it looks really good, but we'll see what happens.
I do go back to that chart real quick. I do see now. I'm looking at it. I do see the reverted head and shoulders. There's your right where your arrow is. That's the head, and that's the two shoulders. That's the inverted head and shoulders. And I also see a cup and handle. So that would be the cup, and then what we have over here to the right is the handle there. So I see a cup and handle, and I do see an inverted head and shoulders. That's two patterns that normally are a nice spike after that. So that's more TA. And a lot of people say, "You show me the charts, I'll show you the news." So that might be some news that comes out today that pops through that 72 as well. So I mean, there could be anything really. I'm just so bullish, man. Just seeing the charts and seeing everything, and like we've been in this accumulate. I think it's accumulation, honestly. Like, so if I got I was bringing up my chart first, but I think we've been in this accumulation for a while now. I think this is people just accumulating, and then we're about to break out of here. So like green and red, we've been just look at this, dude, all the way from February 28th, man, right before March. We've been just in this trading zone, absolutely insane, just kind of hanging out here.
What's the top of that first green candle right there that you just had your mouse on? No, spread it back out. Yeah, there we go. And bring it back up.
Sorry.
What's the price of that first green candle? Go
first
back
one?
Go back to February. Go back to February. There we go. Right there at the top of that first. Right there. The top of what's the price of that?
64,128.
Okay. Gotcha. So that was our first big leg up, kind of benefiting from the ETF, benefiting from like the bullishness of coming out of the bear market. So we topped out on that candle at 64,000. Imagine that. So that's like been the low. That's been the floor range, right? This entire time. We've gotten close to touching back in there, but really it's been 64 to like 70 after we got to 74 that first time, right? And so it's about time, I feel like, we tag a new all-time high. I don't know. What do you say?
Yeah, I think so, dude. I really think, because look, if you look at this is where I think the bull market started. I think the bull market started in January 2023, which is back to all the way back here. I think this is a super cycle that started. This is the lows of November. This is the FTX stuff. And look at this. We've just been on a run all the way from there. I mean, this is when it started. Look at this super cycle that we're in right now. It's up, up, up. And I think we double this. I think we continue what we just did. And you can just see how stalled we are up here. Like if you look at that right there, and you come all the way down to this where the super cycle started, right here. It's just all up only. And I think we have this bull flag right here, and then we're about to come out of it strong.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we started the bear bull market back then. I mean, but
look at it though, dude.
Well, I think at that point we were coming out of the bear market. We're finishing the bear market, right? Don't you think? I mean, it is showing that's the bottom, right? That's what it's showing.
Yeah, that was the bottom.
That's the bottom. But there was a lot of tough and slow periods during 2023, right?
Yeah. I think this was crypto winter, right? And then this was the beginning of crypto spring. And I think crypto spring, obviously it's just going to slow up grind. And I think we're finishing crypto spring and we're about to enter crypto summer. And I think that's when you kind of out of disbelief and get into the euphoria phase. And I think we're about to hit that. So, but yeah, man, right. You guys don't watch us for TA. We'll get into some ordinal stuff right now. Don't worry, guys. Real quick though, GME was halted 6 times. I just want to give you guys a reminder: the Bitcoin does not halt. Bitcoin is just up only. So just so you guys know.
Yes, on the lifetime chart, it's definitely up only. That is for sure. That is for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So we got some big news today with Merlin Phantom is live. You can now swap your bitmaps for runes. Could you explain what is Merlin Phantom and what is you can trade your bitmaps for runes?
Yeah. So Merlin Phantom has been something that's been in the works for a long time. It started off as an idea, I think, that Jeff had to be able to fractionalize or tokenize your NFTs. And it really started with bitmaps, because he mentioned that there was a lot of Chinese whales that were interested in bitmap and the attention it was getting, but just really didn't want to go to Magic Eden and wait for, sweeping and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what his idea was, hey, let's tokenize bitmap to make it easier for these Chinese whales to have some sort of exposure to it without having to, take the time to go through Magic Eden. And so that day has come. And I'm going to share my screen here.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Unicross as well, because Unicross is the one that developed it with the Merlin team. And you can see here, if you go to Unicross and click on Phantom, it says NFT to runes. You can do NFT to BRC20s, and then you can do BRC20s back to runes as well, or to runes as well. So it's basically you're swapping an asset for an asset, right? And the way to do this for like the NFT side, and the bitmap token, by the way, guys, is one that is hot right now, and people are doing it. You just click on this first option here. It says bitmap, and then it has the ticker name for the runes ticker name for the bitmap token. It says the bitmap token here. You just click on that, and then make sure your wallet's connected. And I have 103 bitmaps, right? So I could just do max, and I think it only lets you do 25 at a time. And then you get, for one bitmap, you get 10,000 bitmap tokens, right? So if I were to do 25, I'm going to get 250,000, right? So the reason why this is bullish, in my opinion, is because it's going to drive demand, right? For bitmaps in general, and like the bitmap token, right? So this is how it works here. You just swap it. I'm not going to swap it yet, because I want to figure out what my game plan is going to be. But you would just click swap, and then you would get those tokens, and then your bitmaps would be locked up. And then if you want to, get those back, then you just go, from the token back to the bitmap right there. So I think maybe you click on that, and then you switch this. There we go.
Yeah.
So then you would just do the bitmap token, how many you want to get your bitmap, and it's 10,000 tokens to get one bitmap back, right? So I love this. It's really simplified. Unicross has been knocking it out. We've worked with those guys on different things, and they are amazing. Shout out Mofat, shout out Mr. J, shout out Mia. That whole team is amazing, guys. They're super busy, and they've been able to, work hard and squeeze, time in for projects that are coming over from Ordinals. And there's going to be a lot more that you guys recognize, guys. Believe me, all the FUD is gone from the whole thing, and from Merlin and all that stuff. Now the builders are here, and they're coming from Ordinals. So just keep your eyes open for that. But another thing real quick I wanted to show you. So you're like, okay, cool. Like, I can get tokens for my bitmaps now. That's, that's cool that they've talked about that. But you can also stake those tokens now, or create a pool with them, right? So if you go to merlinswap.org and then click on pools, you'll see here that you can do the bitmap token with wrapped BTC, and it is 99.29% APR right now, which is super solid for BTC.
Yeah,
that's a BTC pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Merlin has like a promotion right now. That's the reason why these APRs are high, right? So they donated a lot of capital to entice, right, for you guys to earn. And then you have the Merlin and bitmap token pool right here, which has the highest APR. And I actually did the math. So 192.53%. If you did $10,000 split half in Merl and half in the bitmap token, you're earning about $50 a day. That's a daily, and I think it came out to be like $47 in terms of value, right? So that's on a $10,000 pool that you create. So I don't know how long this is going to last for. I imagine, it should last for at least 2 weeks to a month for them to do this type of promotion. But it's something that, the Merlin team said that they're focused on, is to really incentivize people to create liquidity pools for the bitmap token. That, that is one of their main objectives right now, is to make sure that these runes tokens and these Bitcoin layer 1 assets that turn into a fungible token type of situation are successful. And I think they're doing everything right in this situation.
Yep, I agree. And it's so funny. About like 2 weeks ago, everyone was crying, "Oh, I can't get my bitmaps out of Merlin." And I said a lot here on the show. I said, "Why would you want to get your bitmaps out of Merlin? I want to put my bitmaps in the Merlin." You know, it's like, and now you're kind of seeing why. We kind of knew this was coming because we know that Jeff's a man of his word, and we know that when Jeff decides that he's going to build something, it might not be right away, but it's eventually going to come. And he spoke about this in January on our show, and that video had 5,000 views on it, right? So we knew that this was coming and it was only a matter of time. So in my head, I'm like, why would you want to pull your bitmaps out? And you can see if you go to their marketplace, I mean, their bitmaps over here are very expensive compared to what they are on Magic Eden right now on layer 1. So again, why would you want to pull your bitmaps out of here when Bitmap Tech is the guy building Merlin, right? It just didn't make sense to me why people would do that. And now you're kind of seeing the if you were smart enough to keep your bitmaps in here like you were, Yagobi, that you're actually going to get you're going to benefit from that. You're going to be able to do it. And this token is huge because Jeff said it back in January. They don't want to come in and they don't want to buy 100 bitmaps, but they want to come in and buy those tokens, right? I'm talking about the whales and the exchanges. So the exchange is not going to list the bitmap, but the exchange might list the bitmap token, right? And which is derivative form of bitmap because you're able to take your bitmap and basically get these tokens for it. You're tokenizing these bitmaps, which creates this token, which allows you to trade them very fast. And I'm not sure if I remember Jeff said in January, and you're probably not sure about this either, but are you able to get that same bitmap back in 7 days, or is that probably not a thing right now?
I'm not sure. Let me
Yeah.
see what would happen if that's the case. It doesn't say right here. But
Yeah.
I
I
personally would
don't
just
think it's
use
going to
like,
happen.
yeah, I would just use floor bitmaps here. I actually
Yeah.
intentionally did that. Like, so I have 103 bitmaps that are all floor bitmaps to
Yep.
me in Merlin, and I have like four-digit bitmaps and then a punk that I'm just not going to add because I feel like I want to keep those aside, so that's what I would do personally. But yeah, the option is definitely here to be able to create these tokens. And that's I think it's really cool. It's innovative. No one's doing the stuff that Merlin is doing like
No.
on the chain right now. You know what I'm saying? People
Yep.
complain about the past experience, but all this stuff has been innovation, so it's like first stab at
Yeah.
it, right? And so of course there was going to be some hiccups, but now that they've got everything like rolling, believe me that they're going to be right now. I'll just put it this way, and I'll end it this segment here on this. There is a really respectable project from Ordinals that wanted to scale, and Merlin was not their first choice. Merlin was in the back of their mind, but they had multiple that were their first choice in terms of Bitcoin layer 2 and sidechains. They crossed them all off the list and came to us and said, Merlin is by far the most ready for Bitcoin layer 1 asset scalability. And we said, we know. You know what I mean? Like we knew
Yeah.
this, the entire time. And so that's why I said there's going to be a lot more that come over, and you guys can call some Merlin boys or whatever you want. But at the end of the day, facts are facts, and you're going to about to see a lot of facts.
We were right.
Back this
We were
up.
right.
Yeah.
We're always right. We always end up being right, John. We always end up being right. It might take a little time, but we always end up being right eventually. So, real quick to that. I just feel like if you go to use BitLayer, if you go to use any of these side chains, you can't use Unisat Wallet. Right, we're helping the Rothium DEX guys up, and Sam was showing us the DEX, how he uses Unisat Wallet, and I was just impressed. I was like, oh wow, it's so cool how you can use Unisat Wallet over here, the same wallet that you use on layer 1, and I think that's the biggest thing. And I think you're only going to see that from now over on Merlin, and that really kind of makes you feel like you're still on Bitcoin, right? You're still using Bitcoin as your gas token. You're still using Bitcoin wallets, native assets. It's Bitcoin on layer 2. It's perfect. But
yeah, it's really cool. And they're gonna add probably more that become popular as well. Like there has to be a certain demand for it. Obviously Bitmap has the demand. Whatever's next, they will probably roll out, but it might take some time. But the fact that this is even possible is really, really cool. So
we got to jump into some roll call because I forgot to put it on my screen here. So I'll put it on now. Let's see who's in here, guys. We got excited. We got excited about Phantom. We got excited about everything. But first is first. Todor, you officially win today, man. Congratulations, you sir, number 1 on a Friday. Big props to you. And he said, I hope it doesn't delete by tomorrow because he did get robbed earlier this week. So I'm glad he got it. Congratulations to you, my friend. PJNZ is in the building. Appreciate you, sir, at the number 2 spot. Followed by Rune's home run. You've been killing it all week on that number 1 spot. So congratulations to you for being here every single day, man. Appreciate you, my friend. Danny Boy, you're not last, bro. You're first in my heart, my friend. Yazir, who is always here. He said real degens are here. Respect for all you guys. Bitmap Gallery is here. Shout out to you, my friend. Claudio is here. Thank you so much. Let's see. I Walk Alone. Big, huge fan of I Walk Alone, man. Magic is here. Ordinal Tweets. Joko is in the building. Zaza, the man, the myth, the legend. John proves me wrong. I thought I said I was bearish on pizza, and I didn't remember that, but apparently I was. John for being right. I respect you, John. I don't like you, but I respect you. Patty Poo is here. Cryptocurrencies. Port City Investments is here. Kala. Let's see. Chief Axel is here. Crypto Hot News. Joseph is in the building. GM to you, my friend. Crypto Cats is here. Sixes. Zaza. TKO. Mighty Sonu is in the building. Shout out to you. Kai Effect is here, man. Appreciate you, Kai. Yo, be like Kai. Every single video we put out, he says, great job, guys. I appreciate it. Those comments help us out a lot. Thank you so much, Kai. Marcelo is here. Tim Baker, AOD Art, thank you so much. He said he has a comment to you, Yago. He says, Yago, B team going to have a hard time beating mine. Want to bet? I guess he's a Boston fan to your Mavs last night. You didn't
back on Cape Cod.
What happened last night?
That was tough, man. I actually kind of, because we had to take that meeting at 9 p.m. Central. So at that point, I think the Mavs were down by, I think like 20, 24 or something crazy. So I thought the game was over, but they brought it back to 8. They got within 8. Man, Boston is super equipped. I'll tell you that. Like their offensive and defensive like skill set is just at a crazy level. But we'll see. Game 1, they did what they were supposed to do, in my opinion. So the Mavs definitely need to show some more fight in game 2, and we'll see what happens.
I agree. We got the DeFi guy in the building, Astar. I've been looking again over at Polkadot, man. They're building over there. M. Marsh is here, and my favorite person of all time, No is in the building. Good morning, fam. Let's see. Ant-Man is in the building. Dan H is here. Stevie Verse, man. Appreciate you, my friend. Super fan is in the building. Kirk is here, and then finish it off with KDN GMDU, Mr. Node Monkey. And guys, thank you all for being here. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and we're gonna keep this show going.
Yep.
So, question to you: why the hell is Bitcoin right now at 520 sats per VByte?
The government has taken control of the chain. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm joking. Hold on, let me get my tinfoil hat real quick.
No, I don't know. I mean, I went to Genie Data and looked at the unusual activity, and that definitely didn't help me because it showed me basically all the unusual activity off of Bitcoin. It showed me all this stuff on Gate.io, that's pretty cool if you're looking to trade and stuff. But the only thing I could find really on Genie Data was what was it? The Mempool is cooking. Cook the Mempool is minting a lot. Just trying to think out, off the top of my head. The only other thing, because Varying Viewpoint brought a really great point up to me and said, look, the transaction count is down. The average transaction count per block was 3,000 to 6,000. It's been averaging like 1,000 or below now, and so to me, I was like, okay, well, how does that happen? Someone has to take control of the blocks, right? For that to happen, or miners have to reject transactions or ignore them, some of them, right? So I'm thinking that like someone, that is doing like a big project is purchasing block after block after block, but that can get really expensive unless they, I don't know, there's no other really explanation about the transaction count. Someone that's a lot smarter than us, if you know the answer, maybe you can put it in the chat for us.
I mean, could it be Cook the Mempool and what is it? Too early to sell? Is that really
would that limit the transactions per block though? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing
Yeah,
that's like making me scratch my head is like,
the
how
pizza
does it
airdrop
go?
maybe.
Yeah, pizza airdrop. I was thinking that could be something because a lot of people are complaining that they haven't received their airdrop
Yeah,
yet. You know, I just don't know. Um, it's definitely like it's got people scratching their head. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
That's for sure.
for sure.
But
So the
in
ones
terms of
in
people,
here,
look, yeah, go ahead. Basically, this is the answer to what's minting. At least you can,
yeah,
look and see.
yeah, Cook the Mempool. So Cook the Mempool is a token that doesn't have, it has a max supply, but it's like 2 million mints, dude. It broke all records, which is wild. It's definitely cooking the Mempool. Too early to sell. Retard finance. That's a good one. Beer coin runes. Pepe. I feel like this is something that Patty Poo deployed. Pepe jerk off ordinal. I don't even know what's that say. Scroogedingers dog. Yeah, okay.
I think we got an
The
answer real
stablecoin.
quick though. Hold on one
Okay,
second.
go
So
ahead.
Port City Investment says OKX is consolidating, UTXO is clogging up the mempool. I think I saw CB Spears say something a little bit about it. I didn't
Okay.
really pay attention too much to it. So that could be it. Yeah, that could definitely do it. But
That sounds very expensive. And I want to kind of find Charlie's post if you can find it.
yeah, I think let me try to pull this up here. It says
Yeah, Charlie. God.
Yeah, it says if Coinbase, OKX, Binance don't have the optimal UTXO consolidation setups in place in the year of our Lord 2024, imagine what the Bitcoin DCA army looks like. Nobody is ready for high fees. Well, I mean, is that what's causing it? I mean, use Lightning or Coinbase to DCA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Payne to
That is,
average Swan user. I like that. I like that statement by
I mean,
Jacob
what
Brown.
happens if you've been accumulating Bitcoin, let's just say $10, $15 every single day, right? For the last, 700 days, that's 700 UTXOs that you have to consolidate at 500 sats per VByte.
Yeah,
Like
but
at 2 VByte, like last cycle, that was no problem, right? But now
yeah,
at 500,
you're
it's a big
losing
deal.
money at least in the short term. Like
Yeah.
you're losing money for sure on some of those. $15 a
Yep.
day. Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, there's some people I know who've done that.
Yeah.
They did what you do is you set it on the exchanges, and every single day it takes out, and they say like it's like buying a pack of cigarettes every day. So it's just like $15, $20 every single day coming out. But then if you're not doing that on centralized exchange, and let's just say you're withdrawing that every day, that's going to be really expensive to consolidate.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
This was on here at Mempool on Genie Data. Do you you said you had something to show maybe?
Yeah, let me. Well, I mean, I think you just went over it, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
was there
you just
something
went over
else
that.
you needed
Let me,
the thing to see? Like,
oh
the
yeah,
ordinal.
I can show how people can benefit from that. Okay, so if you have a Genie Data OG Pass or you have one of the Good Feelings Ordinal, you just connect your wallet that has one of those in there to Genie Data, and then that gives you access to the unusual volume section here at the bottom right. So it could kind of give you an indication of how certain tokens, the public is looking at them and trading them. It looks like most of the data is being pulled from Gate.io. You have KuCoin and Binance Spot and futures as well in here, but you can see Ordi right now, dude. Ordi.
Really?
I mean, come on, Ordi. Look at the price, $62, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Someone does
right?
not want. I think it's Francis, man. I think Francis is like, I do not want Bitcoin and dog to pass Ordi, so he's just buying it all up.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So this will show you kind of like, well, it looks like people are definitely like longing Ordi here. I mean, this is nuts. Like, look at this is all Ordi. This is all Ordi.
That's
And what you
crazy.
can do is use this filter here, and then you can just pick, a specific one. Like if we want to look at dog, I think we're gonna see a lot of red here. Let's see. Oh my geez, please, jeebus. So yeah, dog. People are shorting dog right now. Well, there's some longs being taken as well, but yeah. On the perps, DEX and perps platforms for centralized exchanges as well. Man, dog's been getting murked a lot in terms of like, you know, just the shorts have been winning. But the you got to look at like how much liquidity is available on each side too. That's a big thing that I look at. And if I'm just looking at something like surf.one, available liquidity for longs right now, $6.89. Available liquidity for shorts, $250,000.
Wow.
So that's just a small little, you know, piece of data that you can kind of use for like Gate.io, KuCoin, everybody else is trading like dog, right? So just kind of scale that up. And that's what I'm thinking at least, right? So if that's the case, and you know these people are in it, the market makers are not in it to lose money, then let's put 2 and 2 together, right? That's all I'm saying. Not financial advice, but this is kind of my thought process on stuff. But yeah. Anyway,
does dog pass Ordi this month? Mark cap?
I don't know, bro. Ordi's kind of hard to catch right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like $62. What's that market cap like? You know what I mean? That you got to put some respect. That Ordi is basically saying, put some respect on my name, coming through and saying that. Now, look, believe me, dog will have its day. And I do think that it probably will catch it. But again, like, what is the holdup with Binance listing dog? Right? What is the holdup? Binance is not in the West. Binance is in the East, and so you know, OKX is in the East, and OKX probably would have got listed by dog. Would have listed dog if dog put up some money, but you know, it's not a centralized team behind it, right?
Yeah.
So I do know like China wants like Ordi to succeed. I would imagine at least, you know, because there's a lot of Chinese wells that are in that. So, but I think we might have a war between East and West, man. We're gonna see who can prevail.
Yeah, we'll see. I just want us all to just kind of stick together and just run Bitcoin to $1 billion. So.
All on the same team. All on the same team. No more fighting.
Well, at the end of the day, we're all Bitcoiners, right? If your team Ordi, your team dog, you're a Bitcoiner. At the end of the day, you want Bitcoin to go to 700K this year, and then 6 million the next cycle, right? So I think that's what's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure about that. So, but but yeah, man. I guess we'll move along here a little bit. We kind of talk about pizza. Pizza gets to $5 plus. Will pizza save BRC20s, or is it just already saving BRC20s right now?
I don't even think pizza needs to save BRC20s anymore. I mean, I've been like kind of side-eyeing like Ordi, like, you know what I mean? Like whenever I'm trading, because it's on surf.one. Surf.one, like we give them the most promotional, like, but it's not because we're not partners or anything. It's literally because I'm using it so much. And they're doing a good job in adding these like tokens.
They are.
And the fact that like they have Ordi on there, and they just added Runecoin. I know I said that yesterday, but if you look at Ordi, I mean, when I started noticing them in the corner of my eye was when they got to $48 and they didn't dump back down. And so I was just like 48, 52, 55, 62 now. Bro, it's at $1.3 billion market cap right now.
Yep. That's almost 80% up from its lows. Pretty wild.
Yeah. So
pretty wild.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
But pizza. All right, well, let's get back to pizza real quick. So have you gotten your pizza tokens? That's one thing
I have not. I have not gotten my damn pizza tokens. I'm about to order from Pizza Hut just to feel like I got my pizza. But no, I haven't received my pizza yet. I'm hoping I do, and then I'm gonna dump it on you, Yagobi. I'm gonna dump my pizza on you.
Well, I don't know, man. Like it got to $5.50 yesterday.
What is it right now?
I think it dropped back down to $4. That's at $4.47, right? So, you know, this is probably a good thing for the pizza tokens floor price that not everybody has their pizza token, because it's kind of transitioned from the Whales markets to Unisat's platform in terms of floor price, and we don't usually see that. We see a sell-off like instantly happen. It actually did the opposite. It pushed to $5.50. So it gained $1 yesterday. And so I think there's a chance that pizza could like really run up, man. And that is obviously, if they keep slow rolling these pizza tokens out, the next, like, let's say everybody gets their airdrops over the next 5 days or something like that. And another thing too, people are complaining about, they're like, why wasn't that airdropped? Why do I have to claim it? And they're mad because they weren't paying attention at the time and they didn't claim it, and they're like upset. Do you think they have a right to be upset?
No, we talked about it on the show. I retweeted it on Twitter. There's no reason. If you missed it, that's on you. You need to pay more attention. Honestly, it was on. If you go to unisat.com in the last month, it's been at the top there. You had like a week or two before it went live, and then it was like live for like 4 days. So no, pay attention. Nothing's free in this space. When people say, "Oh, I got a free airdrop, I got a free runestone," no. You did what you needed to do to get that, whether to have a wallet and had 3 inscription in it, or go to Unisat, and then because they rewarded the people who were checking Unisat. If you checked Unisat in the last month to look at some BRC20s, you saw it up there, and you're like, "Oh wow, what's that?" And then you saw, "Oh wow, I got 3 days to claim this. Let me claim this." We claimed it. I claimed it live on the show, so there's no excuse.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's exactly what we preach, though. We're like, you got to touch in the space at least every day, right? And when you do that, for the most part, then you don't miss stuff like this. And it's kind of like, I don't think they have a right to be upset, because at that point you're kind of blaming a platform or an entity for not doing like the extra step for you. You're not entitled to that, basically, is what I'm saying. And so they asked you to do it, and you had to do it.
Yep. You weren't watching Ordinal Revolution either, because we talked about it during the minute. We talked about it twice, 2 days in a row during the 3-day process. So your fault. Watch every day. Don't miss a day.
For sure.
But yeah, man. Let's kind of get into what else we have here.
Well, I have a question for you, because it's something that I brought up in while we were prepping for the show, and because I was thinking about doing it. I was like, it's a little bit uncertain with like the runes ecosystem right now in terms of like price point, right? Things could pull back if we don't see like a pretty strong drive up with Bitcoin's price, or Dog doesn't get listed on Binance. Dog's been a little bit shaky lately, so I was like, oh man, I'm thinking about like taking like a lot of the profit now and then buying in cheaper. And what was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm not selling anything. I got over, I got a lot of Dog. I got a lot of RSIC and stuff like that. I have recently, when Dog was at its all-time high, I did sell a lot of my other stuff. I sold Mr. Yen like a week before its all-time high, but I sold a lot of other stuff. I'm really only sitting on Dog and RSIC, and that's only just to kind of protect myself from downside. I truly believe in those two. So like, if you wanted to do that, I would do that on your very low caps, the stuff not in the top 10. Would I do that with the stuff that's in the top 10, maybe up to the top 5? But like, I wouldn't sell my Dog here. I wouldn't sell my RSIC here. But like, anything else I think is up for grabs. I think I'd be okay with that, but still have something in the market in case it does rip, so you don't miss the entire upside. That would be my argument to that. So
yeah, I think that's a probably pretty safe and smart play. Just kind of the stuff that might be like on the line of your conviction, and they've gone up some, and that might be the area to look at. So 100%. I think that's a really really good perspective to have. But the reason why I thought about that was because I remember like every run up with BRC20s. When that run up is exhausted, everything claws back, right? It crawls back. So a lot of times you can have better entries with some of these things. And so we'll see what happens, though. 100%.
All right, guys, it's officially Fluid Friday. So if you guys don't know who Fluid is, you're living under a rock, man. Fluid is I think, in my opinion, going to be the top borrowing and lending site in Bitcoin and ordinals. Then they got a DEX, guys. You don't know about this DEX, you're about to find out. So we're going to get really into that. Raul told us that it's been delayed a little bit. It'll be out next week for sure, but he's going to give us some details about it. So without further ado, let me bring the man in himself. Mr. Raul, welcome to the show, my friend.
How are you guys?
Good, man.
How are you doing?
Man. How are you?
All good, all good. Here looking at the mempool of Bitcoin and wondering what's going on.
Well, one of our members, our comment said that it's OKX consolidating UTXOs. I don't know how true that is, but that definitely would be something. And there is a couple ordinals that are minting, but I don't think they're causing this. There's Cook the Mempool and a couple other ones as well, but I don't think that is what's causing 500 V bytes per sat per V byte. But yeah.
No, yeah. I was looking at them, and it looks like a single entity using all the possible blocks. Like,
Yeah.
Is that what you're seeing?
yeah, I was checking the blocks, and like you could actually see that most of them are full of same user multi-signature wallet consolidating UTXOs in this case. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. So it's definitely is OKX. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So how would they? Because one of the big things that, and we won't spend too much time on this, but you're a technical guy, so I think this is really good information. But one of the things that stuck out was that the transaction average per block went down from 3,000, 4,000 to like 1,000 or like 500 to 1,000. So would like an entity have to purchase that entire block to have control to do that, or would basically their transactions be so large because they're consolidating that there's only a little bit of room for anybody else to go in?
So right now what's happening is that they are setting the fees of their transactions so high that each of their transactions are being like preferred by the miners. And so there is still space if you want to join in that block, but you have to achieve at least that fee amount. It's insane. They are spending really a lot.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Why would OKX do this? Like, I guess they just have a ton of UTXOs from people sending in, or they want to consolidate it to a few.
Yeah, they have a ton because
Yeah.
let me just fast 1 second. We can see together.
This is the great thing whenever you have a CTO as a partner on the show, because like he's Raul is awesome builder and the tech guy for Fluid.
So just checking, for instance, this block or this one, all these 6 blocks. So the next hour is completely used by this entity, and these are the all transactions. And if you see, they are really similar. And if we open them, they are many UTXOs becoming one. And in average, for each of these transactions, they are spending $15,000. So they have a rush to consolidate all this stuff.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I think that at least for the next hours, we are going to see this.
Wow.
Are they preparing for a whole bunch of Bitcoin transactions to come in?
They want to ape into runes. That's
you heard it there. Alpha straight from Raul about OKX. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, man. Let's get into it. So, we have a little delay on the DEX. Could you kind of give us an update on what is going on with the Fluid DEX and everything that you guys are building?
Yes, I think that also in this case, the best thing that I can do is sharing.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Okay, let me know when you see.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so what's the difference? As we say the last time, the main difference in our DEX from any other platform where you can trade right now is that, well, first of all, you can decide the amount. So here, for instance, if I would like to sell dog, I can put here 1,000, but then I can change my mind, I don't know, 2,000, and that's good. There is always liquidity in this case if there are some limit orders, and maybe we will see this later. So let's say that I want to sell 2,222 dogs. Here I have the preview of what I will get right now according to what is going on in the limit orders that are in the DEX right now, and I can just click on swap. So the process in this DEX is pretty straightforward even for new users or the ones that are used to other chains. Like they connect the wallet, They choose the amount they want to sell or purchase, and they click on swap. That's it. And as you will see here, the cool thing is that since it's permissionless DEX and it's just using room protocol, so we are not using multi-signature or deposit runes in another address external before you trade, you can always have the full breakdown of what is going on.
Yeah.
Here, as you can see, you will transfer 2,222 dog, and you will receive, well, in this case, this amount, and the rest is going to pay for the fees, for the network fees that right now are high. And this means that you can always, before signing, check and double check what's going on. And only if you're okay with that, approve it. But let's try also to purchase, because this was the case where we wanted to sell. Let's say that instead, not right now, we would like to purchase something. Let's do something like this. I don't know. Let me try. Oh, wait, I have to refresh 1 second. And I think this is pretty straightforward for users that are used to, I don't know, trade on other platforms, because at that point, you are basically just, you can have the same kind of experience, right? And you don't have to, you know, emulate or do some strange things. You can always see what's happening. And also in this case, okay, you know, let's try again, because you should always be able to see what's going on. Let's see. Okay, you see?
Yep.
And actually, we are already in touch with let me close the sharing. We are already in touch with Xverse, because if you saw, sometimes it pop-ups what the rules that are in the transaction, sometimes instead not. And we would like to always show what's going on.
Yeah.
And so basically, that's it for the swap. You can just connect your wallet and do whatever you want, sell, purchase pretty easily. What happens after? Since the user that set the limit order is getting notified. So he's getting an email, a notification in the DApp, and he will confirm that swap. And it's pretty straightforward because it doesn't require many signatures. It's one signature from one party and one signature from the other party. And that's it. So it's not a lot of going back and forth, waiting for a signature. In our lending, for instance, is a bit a slower process for this reason, because you need at least 2 signatures from one and 2 signatures from the other. But in this case, it's pretty straightforward. The user can make the swap, wait for the other party that, since he decided the price, he's going to be incentivized to perform the swap, because it's his terms. And as I was saying the last time, also it will also allow users to create some sort of arbitration, like they can purchase at set some limited orders of purchasing for lower price than what Magic Eden has, for instance, and in this way they can get their runes on Fluid and maybe sell them over Magic Eden, and at the end of the day doing some strategies to make profits on this kind of small steps.
Like arbitration. Yeah.
Exactly.
Arbitrage and stuff like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So one quick thing I wanted to clarify for the audience as well. So obviously with the Bitcoin limitations, there's not the traditional way to do liquidity pools and swap that way, but you guys have figured out a way to get as close to that as possible. So just to make this really simple for the audience to understand, the way that the available liquidity will work on your swap will be based on the limit sell orders that people put in when you're trying to buy, right? So for example, and that allows you to also pull like any amount that you want to purchase as long as it's available in the sell limit orders. You can pull, you know, smaller. It doesn't have to be that full amount, right? And so that gives you kind of like the living liquidity. And you guys are planning on possibly incentivizing people to add liquidity to make that more available, so it does feel more like a free flow liquidity pool type DEX, right? Is that what your guys are shooting for?
Exactly. One thing that usually the order book dexes struggle with is liquidity, because in AMM, for instance, you just create a pool and you forget it about it. You don't have to care about the orders update, maybe the price and so on. Order book, instead, there is more work. And in order to incentivize users, we are actually going to have a point score based not only on the creation of the limit orders, because maybe you can create and forget about it, but also for the volume that they are trading. Not only about that, but we plan to have a full snapshot kind of checking what communities they are part of, and based on them give them multipliers. In this way, you know, it's even easier for users that maybe are not whales, but are part of the ordinal space since the start. And
Yeah.
they can be incentivized to play around even with the few liquidity without having to put a lot inside the game.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Because even with traditional smart contract chains and stuff, the incentive to add liquidity is there. So there has to be some incentive there. And we've been talking with you on different ideas about that. And that one is amazing. So, you know, if you're a frog holder or a node monk holder, more details will come out. But I think the Fluid team is definitely, you know, open to adding like multipliers for a certain period of time of adding, you know, liquidity in terms of like your limit sell orders or you know, whatnot, just in a certain period of time. That stuff is being hashed out, but look forward to that information coming out, guys, because that's going to be like on top of like your interaction with the platform and earning points. And as everybody knows, especially our guy Shizzy, points usually equal something stuff that he likes. So
Yeah,
I'll just
for
leave it at
sure.
that.
And guys, like right now, I feel like we're in meme season, right? We're in fun stuff, we're in GME stuff, type of stuff area of just degen stuff. But there's gonna be a point in a cycle, and it happens every cycle where we get into a DeFi stage. And I think that's when a lot of these utility tokens actually come alive. And I think that we need to start gearing up for that. There's a lot of different places where we can earn we can earn points for the stuff, and Fluid is definitely one of them. And Fluid is definitely somewhere where I definitely want to earn as much points as I possibly can, because I'm definitely bullish on you guys, man. I'm bullish on what you're building and stuff like that. And your token, it's not only like a Bitcoin token. You actually get exposure to Cardano, right? Because it is 1-to-1 with Cardano. I was wondering if you could talk about that for a quick minute or so.
Yes, absolutely. Since you guys know, we launched on Cardano 2 years ago, and we've been building over there and for 2 years, and we have a strong community over there. We were able to deploy our token on Cardano, and we are actually currently listed, for instance, on MEXC as a centralized exchange. So we have done this in order to create a utility token that is not only possible to use it on our platform, but you can have access and exposure for different chains, because we are actually building not only on Cardano, not only on Bitcoin. We have plans to move around and innovate in the space. There is still so much to do, and it's nice to collaborate. Also in Lisbon, we saw this, like, there were many things that we learned from Bitcoin that we will use, for instance, on the Cardano side. And as the same way, there are many things that we learned on Cardano that we are already doing on Bitcoin. Since, you know, we are not using DLCs, oracles, we are able to perform lending without any of this in decentralized manner. And this is something really huge, in my opinion.
Absolutely amazing, man. So there's potentially a chance you guys will be building on not just Bitcoin, not just Cardano, but other chains as well.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Would I'm just gonna throw this out there. Would a Merlin layer 2 Bitcoin chain be one of them? It's an EVM. Have you dabbled on Merlin at all?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
We actually have EVM knowledge, and we have already built some Solidity contracts in the past for that. But right now we want to focus on the UTXO one, since there is so much
Gotcha.
potential in the. We are early. We know that everyone says you are still early, but in this case, it's really true. Like, the ecosystem is starting to grow right now, and becoming a leading ecosystem, leading DeFi DApp right now could be really, really useful in order to become a brand, an important one in the future.
100%.
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. UTXOs are definitely the future of this industry, and you guys are just again, you guys are that at the forefront of that, building with Cardano, which is UTXO based, and Bitcoin, which is UTXO based. And I don't think people really realize that the Cardano is very UTXO, just like Bitcoin, man. So absolutely amazing.
Yep. Exactly.
Awesome. Well, Raul, we appreciate you jumping on as always. This is very important, I believe, for not only Fluid, but for most importantly is the audience and community to get educated. And we'll continue these Fluid Fridays because they've been amazing. And guys, look out for the information for the points multiplier. And believe me, I don't even have to say it, but Ordinal OG Pass holders, of course, you guys are going to be at the forefront of that. So look out for that. But we appreciate you, Raul, and we will talk soon.
Thanks a lot, guys, and keep going.
Sounds good,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Guys, go check out btc.fluidtokens.com. We appreciate Raul, man. He's a partner of ours because we believe in him. We believe in what he is building, and we believe that it's needed over here. Because when new people come in, they're not just going to come in and they're not going to just, buy $9,000 worth of dog token. They're going to go over to something like Fluid and be able to buy $200 worth of tokens at the cheapest price possible. Because let's just say it's set at 11.5 sats. Magic Eden, you need to pay $9,000 to get that price. But if you want to pay less, you're going to pay like 12 or 18 sats, or 12 to 18 sats, depending on how low you want to go. But on something like Fluid, they're going to be able to take little portions of those big stacks of 3 million, like someone posted a little while ago, and actually be able to buy little portions of those instead of buying the whole thing, which I think is absolutely amazing. And I think it's much needed in the space, and I'm very excited for it. And that is why we are partnered with Fluid. It's really kind of just we want to showcase builders. We want to make sure the best builders have the best spotlight. And that is why Fluid Fridays will be a thing for at least the next 3 to 5 months. So.
Yep, I agree 100% on that. All right, guys. Right. So I think they're still waiting for Roaring Kitty to come on. He hasn't jumped on yet.
He has not jumped on yet, so I'm going to show that. So, guys, don't worry. You don't have to go anywhere to see the Roaring Kitty thing. We're going to play it live for you guys so you can see he's not doing nothing right now, but I'll keep an eye on that on my right side of the screen. But Let's get to the comments. Let's kind of go through what you guys have been talking about while we're waiting for the Kitty God to speak.
Yep. All right. Well, we only keep putting your questions in the chat, guys, but we only have a couple questions in there right now.
Any good comments?
Yeah, comments. John here. What did I tell you? I was just doing Bearish on pizza. That was the one thing that Shizzy definitely admitted to. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like, he went back and he said, I will say this. I got to give him credit because he really didn't know if he said that or not.
I say a lot of things, guys.
Until John posted it and pinned it on his Twitter, man. But John will definitely hold us accountable. That is for sure.
I like that. I like that he holds me accountable. God.
Yeah, for sure. We need that. Everybody needs accountability, right? So.
And guys, we talk for an hour and a half a day, just going. Sometimes I forget what I say.
Port City Investment says pizza gonna print. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Yeah, it already has printed. If it does print, then man, that'd be so nice because that'd be like 2 really good, awesome free, airdrop / claims, runestones, and then this, man, that would be awesome.
100%.
Ethereum blockchain says, I want my pizza, please. Time I get the airdrop, it will be 50 cents. I hope not. I don't think it will. I actually think it goes up unless the entire space.
I feel bad for Unisat right now, having to deal with OKX consolidating their UTXOs like right now. They got to be you got to be kidding me. Like right now, you want to do that when half the people already got their pizza and the other half are crying. So they might put a pause on it, honestly. I mean, why would you pay 500 sats per V-byte? So, and like Raul said, it might happen for a few more hours.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because it's already expensive for them to do all this. They are estimated $2 million, right? So imagine how much it would be right now. So
for sure.
Port City Investment says, can you speak on Botanics BTC Layer 2?
So Botanics is something that's been on my to-do list for a while. We heard about them from Bitcoin Asia. A lot of our friends who were there were saying, yo, Botanics is the next big thing. Botanics does not use EV. They don't use the Unisat wallets or nothing like that yet. So, and they don't really have anything to really look at. But I will be digging in once more information is available. So, Port City, I will dig in that for you, and maybe we'll make it an article too for the site once we start digging into it. So.
Yeah, they use the spider chain. There's information on their site about the spider chain. But like Shizzy said, the thing that really stuck out was they were the highlight of Ordinals Asia. So we'll see what happens. Even with that being said, though, they were one of the layer 2s that the project I was talking about earlier checked out and said, nah, we can't use them. So I think that ordinal builders are going to use Merlin more than any chain. And I'm not just saying that because, yes, of course, we like Merlin, we like Jeff and all that stuff. But it's facts. Like, we're seeing it already. I don't know any other ordinals projects that are building on any other layer 2 right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Crypto Hot News says, we swapped some bitmaps for on Unicross for 10x bitmaps we received, or 10 bitmaps we received 100k bitmap tokens. What do you guys think about? Yeah, so I'm actually that was the plan from back in. He first talked about this plan. I won't say like in
January,
October. Well, he first talked about the idea.
Oh yeah,
back in like October, and then like I think the 1 per 10,000 tokens was kind of the idea in January, like you said. But yeah, so I'm bullish on it. I think that like there's a lot of people that want this to succeed. I expect the market cap to get really nice. I expect there to be multiple arbitrage situations initially, and I expect this is what I expect. I could be wrong. Yeah. I'm not always right, but I expect the token to pull the floor price of bitmaps up. That's the theory and idea behind it.
I'm actually about buying some off the floor and then exchange them for the token. I'm very bullish on the token.
Yeah. Crypto Cat says, made the live. Watch every day, but never make the live stream. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday to you, and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
We're so happy that you could, enjoy this live Friday stream with us. This is that's our favorite part, guys. That is our favorite part.
We used to just record videos all the time. We never really did live streams up until about 2 months ago, and the live stream really make it fun for us. The recordings are good, but that's just me and Yagobi talking to ourselves, right? So this is really nice to kind of be here with you guys, and we appreciate you guys being here with us. We weren't really sure what the turnout was going to be when we talked about going live back when, before we both had full-time jobs, before we were full-time Ordinal Revolution. It was one of those things where I was like, we didn't know what to think, right? But every single day we're in here with 308 people right now. We just appreciate every single one of you guys too. So
yeah, 100%. This next Patipoo says BRC 2.0 bringing liquidity pool DeFi on layer 1. Unisat killing it lately. Yeah, I want to show this. So this is Layer 1 Foundation's post yesterday, and it says BRC 20 lead maintainers, Unisat Wallet and Best in Slot will be joining Domo Data and Isabel Fox and Duke today at 10 a.m. So they had a space yesterday, and Francis actually talked about it because I guess he went in and listened, and he was really hype about it. And it says to discuss the new BRC 20 swap module upgrade, enabling the creation of liquidity pools within BRC 20's protocol. Make sure to sign up to drop your questions below. So, this is no longer just Unisat working on their module, which I think is 1,000% times better. When you have other minds from different parts of the ecosystem come in that have developer skills. I know Domo doesn't necessarily, but there's other people within Best in Slot definitely does. If you go to their website, it's actually fantastic. I think it's underutilized by us even. Because you went to it that one day, you're like, oh my God, like Best in Slot's website is pretty dope. you know.
It looks phenomenal. I was blown away by it. I'm meaning to actually take a further step into it, but I'm definitely going to start doing that soon. Just get distracted by other things.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, great point there, Patty Poo. I think that, you know, they could have something big coming. We'll see. Yeah. And again, like I'm hoping, and I think like it'd be so amazing if Bitcoin had this polka dot type ecosystem. Runes is killing it. BRC20s is killing it. Tap is killing it in their own ways, right, at different levels. But you're able to cross meta protocol stuff, you know. And so we'll see.
100%. Still nothing from Roaring Kitty, guys. We're still waiting. We'll let you guys know when the cat takes the stage. So we'll let you know.
312 people in here. Let's go on a Friday. That we're hoping that Bitcoin will, you know, jump on the back of this Roaring Kitty and GME hype here and possibly jump back up. Let's see. Did you guys receive your pizza token from Unisat? No, both of us did not. And I don't know if were we late claimers, you think? Because I think we claimed on the same day.
I think we were day one.
Were we?
We're definitely day one. Yeah, we're day one. Yeah. Because it happened like that night, and I think we were live, and someone told us about it, and then we went and checked it, and like after the stream, we were both claiming our pizza for our wallets. I'm pretty sure.
I think there's one person that's received his pizza, and that's probably Block. Yeah. I feel like Block is like
pushed to the top,
low key, like on their corporate payroll. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Well, he is an ambassador, so he's getting something. Yeah. He's a Canadian ambassador, so
yeah. And like you can tell he's genuine. He actually does like everything with Unisat and BRC20. Like he loves it. You know what I mean? The Uni World thing, I think that's just more of like, I want bitmaps to fail.
Well, one thing about Block, he's a loyal person. Like when he first found Bitcoin, he only loves Bitcoin. When he first found Unisat, he didn't go anywhere else, right? That's his thing. So he's just like whatever he likes and he stays with. He's this loyal person.
Well, but he's also not dumb. He's really smart. And so like whenever like something's taken off, when something's taken off, then like he does concede a little bit, like with Dog.
Yeah.
Like the past couple of posts, he's been like, "Are you guys gonna buy Dog? It's cheap, it's dipped or whatever." So I think that's like the perfect perception or mindset to have. All right, let's see. Crypto hot news. What if you want to swap Bitmap token back to Bitmap? What number of Bitmap block you'll take? Is it random? And if you need to hold your Bitmap on BTC wallet, you need to stake them on Merlin and then blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I mean, you need to bridge them over. First of all, that's the first step. So if they're not on Merlin chain, they need to be bridged over. Then they turn into an ERC 721, and their indexers and stuff detect them. And so you can switch back. I believe it's a random process right now, but yeah, it's 10,000 tokens per one bitmap. We went over that before, and it is Unicross. Yep.
Got one from the bottom here.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Why is UTXO consolidation important?
Well, I think it's important so there's not so much clutter, right?
Yeah.
And then all these random UTXOs that have sats in them, and you don't know. There's just like the UTXO bloat is it's a real thing that BRC20 has probably had a lot to do with. It's not so much of an issue with runes, but nevertheless, OKX was a really big platform for BRC20s, right? So I'm sure a lot of their consolidation has to do with that.
100%. We were saying about Kai Effect.
Oh yeah, he says Kai Effect says, "Wow, I'm still in a long." Yeah, so am I, man. I'm trying to need Bitcoin go up. I'll just say that. Bitcoin go up. I feel you there. I Walk Alone says, "What's your opinion on Age of Aquarius? Have you seen that?"
Yeah, it's a weird project. I was looking at it the other day. I think they're minting, right?
I don't know. I haven't even heard of them. I was looking at the Evil Lord or whatever. I don't see them. Maybe they're going to launch soon or something. Or maybe they're in the launch pad.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not sure what they are.
Claudio says, distribution of pizza is based on a claim and timestamp. If you guys claimed in the last days, you received the tokens last. Yeah, and I think Unisat stopped when OKX decided to pick the V bytes to 500. I think Unisat stopped. I think that's otherwise. I think everyone would have got their pizza by now. But I don't think they're going to pay. While they're consolidating their UTXOs. So just be patient, guys. I think you'll definitely get your pizza. The time frame is probably going to be a day or so, honestly, but we'll see.
Sixes says, I hope Mr. Gill is wearing $1 billion cat glasses. That'll be wild.
Still nothing from the cat daddy. Still nothing. Still waiting. He has 448,000 people watching. So, and waiting for him is being 17 minutes late.
Yo, you guys need to listen to this guy, man. This guy,
yeah,
Yashir, first of all, number one, he's very intelligent because he's constantly in our live streams every day. Not saying that we are making him more intelligent, but just him being a part of the interaction. This dude just like learned so much. You can tell. He's also just putting himself out there and working on these projects. Like Yashir is building his network by doing this, guys. So that is one of the things I talk about. If like Shizzy and I built a podcast. Initially, we did it out of passion, which that's usually how a lot of things start, that build and turn into something. But it turned into such a strong networking tool and ways to connect to people in the space. And you got to find that. And Yashir has found that through being testers on B squared, using Merlin, testing on Ordinal Hive, doing all these things. I man, like he's doing everything right. I have the utmost confidence that Yashir is going to be sitting very, very nice in 2024. But
just remember us, Yazir, when you're just absolutely killing it.
No says, thanks, Shizzy and Yagobi. You guys are crushing it. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir.
You are another one that shows up every day. Every day. Nocturnal, what's up, my guy? He says, any new info on Magic Eden Diamonds? Have you heard anything about that lately?
No, but my diamonds are just going up right now. 171,000 in one wallet, like 89,000 in another, 150,000 in another. I don't know why they're going up, but they just go up. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right or wrong, but my dog wallet has a crap ton in there. So I don't know. I got over a million diamonds now. So,
dang,
so pretty cool. Yeah.
RAF, man, RAF.
I'm gonna sell them. If anyone wants to buy them off me, let me know. I'll sell you all my diamonds.
They're probably on sale on the Wells market. You should check that.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do that though. I'd be afraid.
Yeah. Well, I think you commit, right? So you commit.
Okay. For all that, I'll just wait. If I can't get the money today,
they lock up. Like, well, I think their Bitcoin's locked up. Okay. So whatever price that you or whatever they pay with is locked up. USDT, whatever it is. Shauna Kim, thanks for joining us. Shauna's been actually in the space for a while. I remember she used to join a lot of the bitmap spaces in the beginning. So shout out to Shauna. She's one of those too that's in the space like every day, guys. So those are the ones that I think are going to be like the most successful. So shout out to you.
Claudio dropped his address. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, he says that's the distribution wallet, the pizza wallet. Okay.
Oh he wow! Said, so how many left?
12 million.
Yep, 12 million. Yeah, so don't send any donations to that wallet because that's going to go to the pizza wallet. Not saying that Claudio was trying to do that or anything, but I'm just saying. Okay, so crypto hot news. Until now, I tell everyone is a risk not have Bitcoin. Now I tell them it's a risk not have Merle token. Yeah, I mean, I think that will go down as like one of the big opportunities whenever it dropped to 34 cents. But that's just my opinion. We'll see where it's at. Peak bull market. I say $4 or $5. So.
Well, we are 12 days away from the third claim. June 19th will be the third claim where a lot of Merle's unlocked again. So just be aware of that, guys. If you're buying now, it might be a good idea maybe to buy the 20th, unless Bitcoin flies up and then Merle flies with it, and then this was the best time. So it's hard to say. That's a decision that you have to make, but just be aware that June 19th, a third of the the supply, a third of the 20% will be unlocked.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be even more less of a hit than the last one, which was much less of a hit than the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be okay. But there's going to be moments before the big leg up to where, you know, the token can pull back and forth, because you got to remember Merlin chain right now is trying to get the best builders, and the Merl token is a part of the grant process. But I think the way Jeff has things set up, man, like he's proud. He's a proud person, right? So like he wants to make sure that his project's doing well and all those things. So we'll see.
100%.
But I think that wraps up all the. Oh wait, J-Rod, what's up? J-Rod says very bullish for bitmap with the runes token. Does anybody know if it's on Magic Eden yet?
It won't be.
Yeah, I think the only time it will go on Magic Eden is if someone wants to bridge it out, because it's basically a Merlin token that is originally a Bitcoin runes token. So it was born on Bitcoin as a runes token. So you can bridge it back out, I believe, to Bitcoin layer 1, but it's going to get most of its volume on Merlin. Later down the road, who knows? Maybe, you know, other places.
Yep. It was born on Bitcoin. It'll die on Bitcoin. But still nothing from the cat. Still nothing from the kitty. I think he's messing with everyone now, being 25 minutes late to his own party. But
he's okay.
I know. Unless they might have got to him. That'd be crazy if the Fed was raiding his house right now. But all right, guys, we're gonna end the show here. I wanted to stream this, but we're not gonna wait until 4 o'clock when he's probably gonna make you wait 8 hours. We will check back with you guys later today. Let us know what you guys want us to do next weekend and stuff like that. So check out ordinalrevolution.com, guys. We have some of the best articles there. It really helps us. Just go there. Just click ordinalrevolution.com every single day. Just go there. It helps our stats, which in the long run helps our show. So do that, guys. And if you guys are looking for gear for Nashville, we have some of the best there as well. On top of just do your thing. But I'm rambling along here. Check out our partners as well. Ordinal Hive. Fluid tokens, we had Fluid Friday, Verothium DEX, and Traverse Labs. But yeah, man.
That's it. Peace.
That's it, guys.
We OG, or no G. You're not bullish enough, oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. You're not bullish enough. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.